Welcome to today's video. For today's video, I'm gonna be installing this charging center console. As you can tell, I don't know what mods to do anymore. I think this is pretty cool. I think they're on Amazon for like $60. I saw it on Facebook for $40, so I was like, I gotta get that. And yeah, we'll be installing it in today's video. First things first, we're gonna have to remove our center console lid. So I got a flathead screwdriver, and we're gonna remove this plastic piece. We're just gonna pry it off. After you pry it off, you can see the rod with the springs right here. We're gonna push it out. See? Pretty easy. I think mine was already broken, to be honest. See, just like that. So if you guys have a tap and die set, I just went ahead and I got this. And then, like I mentioned, maybe some vice grips as well, if needed. We probably might not even need this with this. Go money. Cool. So now that we got that all the way, it would just be a direct swap. And I want to give a shout out to Aiden. I want to give a shout out to Aiden, who made my subwoofer box. We got two 10s in the back. I went with CT Sounds. They're a little bit more affordable. I didn't want to cash out, but this box is stunning. I love how he matched the carpet, and he made this subwoofer box within like 2 days. And it is a ported box. I have the port on my side, on the driver's side, and I did all the wiring myself. It was gonna be a YouTube video, but I didn't end up liking the process of the editing. But we got two two down for sound amps on the quarter panels. And then we got a big 3 wire setup, a 0 gauge, and then we have a 0 gauge subwoofer kit as well from DS18 and Scar, I believe. I got both of my wiring from that. We got lime green setup, which is pretty cool. I just wanted to throw that in there, but now let me just go ahead and swap the center console. When installing a new part, I would just use the OEM one as reference. But as you can see, there's like a little bend right here on this plastic that goes on this one, and then you want to make sure that they click on. So I'm gonna get up underneath it, and then I'm just gonna push it down. You heard it click right there, but it's popping off, so I'm also gonna slide it a little bit. So now it's nice and balanced. So just make sure it clips on good. And when installing these, this is how they're gonna go in. Just gonna bend it like that, and then boom, just place it like that. That way it's gonna align with the rod. These rods right here, the straight line is gonna go. There's seating holes for them in here. If you want to zoom in on the camera, you see, they're both gonna go in there. There. Again. Boom. Boom. So they are fighting with me a little bit. Push it in a little bit more. Okay. Make sure it mounts to all of these. There you go. Cool. So we're done with the install of the new center console lid. Now we could install the plastic piece. Let's see if it works functionally. It's funny because I'm doing these mods on a 2000 Chevy Silverado. Features that come on these 2020 and up vehicles. It's not the exact same color match, but I'm cool with that because I'm not the pickiest. So before we move on, we want to make sure our center console works. This is some wire I had laying around, and I am going to be using it. I used some butt connectors to get it to the length that I wanted to reach. I connected it directly to the battery. I would recommend this because we want to make sure that our center console works and receives power. So as you can see, this is my center console wire. I spliced it just enough so I could test it, and it turned on. It fired up, it charged my phone, which was great. So now that we know the center console works, we know that my wire is great. There's great connection. Now I could go ahead and tuck in the wire. We want to tuck in the wire, and I'll show you guys how I run the wire and where I'm going to tap into to get power, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, I have my center console installed. I have the wire just as low-key as I could. I just have it tucked in like that. I really wanted to go underneath the carpet, but right here where I have my 0 gauge wire, I could have gone that route, but I would have had to remove the seats. And the center console, and I was like, you know what? That's a lot of work, and maybe someone didn't want to drill in their hole. So I went the easy way, and I just came out back. So as you can see, I came to the back of the corner, and I just tucked it into underneath the carpet. I came out here, over here, and I just tucked it in underneath this plastic trim. I didn't even remove it. And as you can see, it's this red wire I have running right here alongside my other speaker wire. If you want to connect your wire to the cigarette lighter port, that's the route I want to go. I'll show you right now, but I'll show you how I ran it up. I left the zip ties there just so you guys could visually see the route I'm going, and it's sitting right underneath the glove compartment, and it stops right here in the middle. So I removed the cup holder that I had right here. I removed the coin slot, and I was trying to figure out what would be the best way to access this. And the best way to access this, and it's actually the easiest way, is you just we're gonna have to remove the whole glove compartment, and it's not a lot of work. It was only about 5 bolts. I removed 3 down here, 1, 2, 3 for the glove compartment. And when you open up the glove compartment, you'll have a few more. There's 1 right here, 2, 3, and that is it, I believe. So then I dropped this. If you want to look for any more, you can see. And that's that. Once you remove all those bolts, this glove compartment should be able, this whole glove compartment will be able to be pulled out. As you can see, mine's already pulled out slightly. I just wanted to pick up the camera, and to save you guys the trouble, they are 7mm bolts right here. Make sure you don't lose them, but I was just slowly tugging on it, and as you can see, it's already off because I removed it. Just pry this gently. You don't want to break any clips, and it all comes down up to here. Once you're right here, you have to pull this one out. You don't have to unscrew any bolts. I didn't. You just pry this clip off from right there, and this will come off. So there you go. I'm gonna put the camera down, but you guys can see we exposed the cigarette lighter port. So now I could just feed with my hand. You can see the wires back here. I'll feed it up here, and I'll splice into my cigarette lighter wiring right here, and the orange will be the positive and the black will be the ground. It's that simple. I ended up breaking this cigarette lighter plastic trim. It is what it is. I'll replace that, but I'm gonna wire this up and put everything back together, and that's it for the install. So you can see it's falling down here. Now I'll just take this, disconnect this clip right here, and I'm gonna splice into my wiring. All right, so I just finished installing the butt connectors. All this will be hidden low-key behind the stuff in the back too, so but I did try to make it as neat as I could. One thing I want to mention is they did not have power. These 2 cigarette auxiliary ports didn't have power. I blew the fuse, so if that's the case, make sure you check the fuse. And yeah, and another thing too is you could also connect anything like a phone charger or whatever powering device to make sure it has power. So that being said, you see, we're all good. And I will be I'm gonna be putting everything back, and I'm gonna let you guys know my opinion. Just put everything back. The floor is still kind of dirty, but this is the final look, and I'm just excited for this cool little feature that we have now. All right, so it's been about a week, and I got no complaints about the center console. it's pretty cool. It's a cool feature, just being able to like lay your phone right there and not have to worry about having a charging cable. But yeah, so I hope you guys like it. Comment down below what you guys want to see next, as I'm actually working on something super exciting. You guys will see it on the channel, you guys will see it on the truck, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe for the future, and I hope you enjoyed this video.